Chapter 7: Identity, Gender, and Relationships. A mirror of time, a measure of change. Every generation inherits its own ideas of who we are supposed to be. For centuries, society has drawn lines to separate and define man or woman, masculine or feminine, traditional or progressive. These boundaries once dictated how people lived, loved, and expressed themselves. But time changes everything. With each new era comes a deeper awareness that identity is not confined to labels, and that human worth cannot be measured by conformity. What once felt fixed is beginning to evolve. Identity is a mirror of time. When we look into it, we see both where we have come from and who we are becoming. The reflection is not always easy to face. It reveals our progress and our prejudice side by side. Yet it also shows growth. The walls that once confined individuality are slowly crumbling, replaced by understanding, acceptance, and the courage to live authentically. Where difference was once hidden in fear, it now finds strength in visibility. At the heart of identity lies love, the most universal and yet most personal of emotions. Love defies logic, culture, and sometimes even reason. It teaches compassion, patience, and sacrifice. It can be overwhelming or quiet, fleeting or lifelong, but in every form it leaves an imprint. Love is not just about romance. It is about connection, the bond between parent and child, friends, partners, communities, and even causes. It teaches us who we are by showing us who we care for. Relationships are the threads that hold humanity together. They test our honesty, challenge our patience, and shape the way we understand the world. They remind us that equality in love is not about sameness but about balance and respect. Whether built on passion, companionship, or shared purpose, relationships offer us a mirror into our own emotions and values. They can break us, heal us, or teach us something we didn't know about ourselves. For centuries, society dictated who could love, how they could express it, and what roles they were meant to play. Men were told to lead, women to follow, and those who didn't fit either mold were often silenced. But those rules are fading. Gender no longer defines capability or worth. Masculinity and femininity are no longer prisons. They are expressions on a wide spectrum of human identity. True freedom is not rebellion. It is authenticity, the courage to be exactly who you are. Technology has accelerated this transformation. It has given voice to those who were once unheard, connecting people across cultures and continents. Yet it has also revealed the divisions that remain. Online spaces can be powerful platforms for visibility, but they can also amplify hate and misunderstanding. Every post, every conversation, every act of empathy or cruelty contributes to how society evolves. The internet has become both a stage for progress and a mirror for reflection. Stigma once controlled people in silence. It determined who was accepted, who was ignored, and who was pushed to the margins. But today, those voices once hidden in the dark are leading the dialogue. Mental health, gender identity, disability, and equality are no longer topics to be whispered about. They are part of our shared conversation. Every open discussion brings humanity closer to compassion. Every act of understanding chips away at centuries of bias. Love takes many forms. It is not bound by gender, age, or expectation. It exists between men and women, women and women, men and beyond. It can thrive in monogamous relationships, open partnerships, or lifelong friendships. What matters is not how it looks from the outside, but how it feels within, whether it is built on honesty, respect, and the desire to grow together. The measure of a relationship is not perfection, but connection. Marriage, family, and companionship continue to evolve. They are no longer defined solely by tradition, but by intention. Love may begin with emotion, but it endures through commitment, communication, and shared values. In modern society, partnership is not about control or expectation, it is about equality. It is about standing beside one another, not above or below. Being transgender, non-binary, or gender fluid is not a trend or confusion. It is an expression of authenticity, an act of courage to live truthfully in a world still learning to understand. Transgender individuals are not asking for privilege. They are asking for recognition, the simple right to exist without fear. To deny that right is to deny humanity itself. Acceptance does not require understanding everything. It begins with respect. Education plays a vital role in shaping the next generation. When we teach children that love takes many forms, that kindness is not conditional, and that difference is something to celebrate rather than fear, we plant the seeds of a more compassionate world. Knowledge builds empathy. Empathy builds unity. And unity builds peace. Identity is not fixed. It grows with us, shaped by experience, emotion, and the courage to change. To know yourself is one of the greatest acts of freedom. To be seen and accepted as you are is one of the greatest gifts. Each person's journey towards self-understanding contributes to a collective human evolution, one that values authenticity over appearance, and compassion over conformity. We are living through a transformation, a quiet revolution of empathy. Humanity is learning that love, identity, and equality are not separate struggles, but parts of the same story. The story of what it means to be human. Each time we choose to listen rather than judge, to accept rather than condemn, we take another step forward. The future is the past, evolved through time. Every generation carries the lessons of the one before it, and every act of kindness writes a new page. When love and identity walk side by side, the world becomes not only more understanding, but more human. Because in the end, progress is not measured by power or wealth, but by how deeply we learn to see one another and how bravely we choose to love.